point. If the guys that are on 9 now go out and shoot 3-4 under on the back 9, it's going to be really tough for me to catch them. But I'm only, I think right now I'm 7 shots back, which around this place, anything can happen. Do I feel like I'm out of the tournament? No. Did I wish I played a little bit better today? Yeah, of course.
What would be a goal tomorrow? Do you have a score in mind, or
play better? Hit some fairways, hit some greens, hole a few putts.
What do you feel like you didn't do well enough today? How about that? And then I quit.
I felt like I had a hard time getting momentum. I made a few silly mistakes out there, a couple 3 putts, which is just a killer. But overall, I felt like I was battling hard. You're going to make little mistakes out here. There's so much pitch on the greens. It's really challenging, and I did a pretty good job, I think, today of staying patient and still getting in and posting a score. I'm not sure what place I'm in now, but I think the leaders are at 300 and I'm at 4 over, and so am I in the position I'd hope to be after 3 days? Obviously not, but for the way I've swung it and played the last few days, I feel like I could be a lot worse. So once again, a good job of battling, but hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more free than a battle. That's great.
Scottie, yesterday there was some footage of you on the range. It looked like you were frustrated, I guess. Is this just the ebbs and flows of tournament golf, trying to figure out what's going on from week to week? Sometimes you don't have what you want.
Yeah, I'd say in terms of a practice session after the round, that was pretty regular. We're just trying to figure stuff out there, and to be honest with you, yesterday we left the range, I felt like I didn't figure anything out. Just one of those days where just the swing wasn't there, and Randy had some thoughts for me that definitely helped today, but I'm going to go hit a few more balls and see if we can figure something out. But overall, today was, yesterday for me to shoot 1 over was, pretty amazing. I felt like with the spots I was hitting it and the way I was playing. I got up and down a lot. I made a lot of key putts, especially in the back 9. Because at one point I was maybe even outside the cut line yesterday, and so to battle back, not having my best stuff and to get in there and still have a chance to shoot even par without the bogey on 9. I shoot even par, and it was a pretty good day. And today, once again, another battle, and it's been 3 days of battling out there. Usually over the course of 72 holes, you have a couple days where your swing feels pretty good, a couple days where maybe it's off, and weeks where you win, it's maybe you have 3 or 4 days of good ball striking and holding some putts, and a week like this week, I've had 3 days where I haven't really had my swing, and I've been battling, like I said, out there, and still have a chance, albeit an outside chance, but still a chance.
Can you be aggressive on this course when you're behind tomorrow? Does it allow you to, or?
I think in spots for sure. There's, especially with the softness now, there's certain pins that you can get at where you wouldn't be able to get at if they were firm. There's definitely more opportunity, I think, with a softer course, but you got to be careful. Being over aggressive and missing on the short side, you're going to find yourself in some tough spots pretty quick.
How hard is it to go into it mentally, almost rooting for people to drop back to you rather than playing for the lead or playing close?
Well, I'm not really going to watch what's going on this afternoon and go home, or I'm going to go out and practice. I'll be able to see the leaderboards now and check and see what guys are doing. And I'm not necessarily going to be rooting against anybody, but do I hope they go out and shoot 500 on the back 9? I wouldn't mind even. But it's just one of those deals where I put myself in this position. It's not the position I want to be in, but I've done a good job of hanging in there and staying in the tournament. I'm going to go out onto the range, see if I can hit a few good shots, get some good feels for tomorrow's round, and then go hit a couple putts, get some recovery, and then get out of here.
Was there any indication in your prep that your swing wasn't going to be as sharp as it has been the last few events?
Not really. I've had a pretty good stretch the last month, and I felt well rested coming into this week, and golf's a funny game, and for me to be sitting where I am this week, not having really my best stuff, I think is pretty good.
Scottie, I got a Sam question for you. I feel like you can relate to this, but he's not changed much, if anything, from coaches to equipment to where he lives. How important is consistency in what you guys do, especially at a championship like this?
Well, I think in terms of just your development as a player and a person, I think that consistency with the people around you is really important. And, Sam's got a coach that he's had for a long time, and you know, you look at something like yesterday, like me getting frustrated on the range with my coach Randy, and Sam's definitely been in that position before, and you know, it's just one of those deals when you have the trust between people. You're almost like a family. You've worked together for so long, and I think that's how his team feels as well. And so, when you have the great relationships with people, they're able to, you know, pick you up when you need them to pick up, and need to be picked up, and then, you know, they're there to kind of keep you in line when things are not going the way they should be, and if your attitude's a little bit off. I mean, you even look at like Brooks that made some comments this week about his coach kind of getting in his grill, and I think when you have that consistency and you have long-term relationships, there's a lot more trust that gets built up between people, and you know, a true friend is somebody that is there for you when you need them, but they're not going to just be a yes man. They're there to help you become, you know, the best version of yourself, and you know, especially when you look at a team, like Randy's job is to help me become a better golfer, and you know, Randy's got a lot of other roles, but at the end of the day, as a golf coach, your job is to help me become a better player, and sometimes that's getting in my grill, and then other times it's, you know, putting his arm around me and telling me it's okay. And I think when you have those long relationships like that, you know, there's a lot of trust that gets built up, and you know, you're able to say some things that you wouldn't really say in the first, you know, 6 months of working with somebody.
Yeah. Scotty, Adam Scott said this week, you know, when he won the Masters, found it difficult to reset his goals after achieving something like that. Rory's alluded to that as well. You did pretty well after winning your first Masters. I'm just wondering how you dealt with that, and can you understand, you know, where those guys are coming from?
I mean, there's definitely an aspect of having an achievement that you thought about for a long time and then being able to achieve that goal. There's typically, I mean, winning a major championship in general just takes a lot out of you. I think physically and mentally, it's a pretty taxing thing to do. I mean, it's really hard to describe to somebody that hasn't really lived through it, just because of, I mean, when I woke up after the PGA Championship this year, I literally felt like I got hit by a bus. Like, I felt terrible. And it's just part of the adrenaline, part of competing for 4 days on a really difficult golf course, keeping your head in it for 72 holes, which is a long time. And mentally, it's just exhausting, and physically, it's a grind too. And so, if that's how I felt after the PGA, I can only imagine how, you know, Rory felt after winning the career Grand Slam. And you know, it's not easy to show up out here every week and play well. This is a very difficult sport. It's we play very difficult golf courses like this one, and you know, we're all out here just trying to do our best, and it's a hard game. And sometimes it can look easy, and sometimes it can feel really difficult. But at the end of the day, we're just showing up, trying to do our best, and then, you know, we go home. That's about it.
And showing up in front of us every single day, good, bad, or indifferent, how's that?
Us as in who? Like the fans?
Media.
You know, sometimes
Yeah,
good, sometimes good questions, sometimes not so good. You know, Doug throws out, you know, a bad one every now and then, but no, I mean, this is part of it, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
Part of it.
Thanks, Scotty.
yeah.
I have one more, actually.
All right, what do you got, Doug?
I'm just curious, the dynamic. I mean, you always talk about your time on the golf course and your time off the golf course. You've had the 54-hole lead at majors at least three times.
You don't know the exact number?
I probably do. I'm thinking it's 3. Do you?
I think it's 3.
What's the conversation like at the house on the Saturday night when you're leading a major? And if it's nothing, does that help you if Sam's in that spot tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that in both the Masters that I won, I remember specifically in 22, Sam had missed the cut, so we were alone. In 24, actually, in 24 he missed the cut as well, and then at the PGA, we were getting home so late. I mean, like, you tee off at, I mean, Sam's going to tee off at 3:30. He's going to get off the golf course at 8 today. He's going to come talk to you guys. He's going to go do his therapy, and, you know, I might be in bed by the time he gets home. I mean, really. And, like, the conversation in the morning, you know, we'd just hang out. I mean, there'd be 2 little kids running around. There's nothing crazy. There's not much to say. You know, Sam's been preparing for, you know, moments like this for a long time, and he's put himself in position to win the golf tournament. And, you know, he's going to go out tomorrow and try and execute. But at the end of the day, you know, all he's going to do is just try and go out there and do his best. And, you know, that's what I'm going to try and do tomorrow as well.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.